Hey folks, how we doing today? This is Steve with Backyard Fed. Today I am introducing the little chicks a little closer to the big chicks. They are 5 weeks and 1 day today, so I want to get them used to the coop and get them used to the big chicks being around. So this is the first time I've moved them in here. I've usually kept them out in the yard. The big chicks go by them, and that's been okay. They haven't had no issues. They are acting a little weird now that they're in here. They're like, what in the world is going on? Why do I have these little baby chicks inside my run? But as you can see, we took that little temporary enclosure that I got with just the fencing and the 4 fence posts, moved it in here to the coop so the chicks can see them and the chickens can see them. So far, everything's so good. It does seem like the big chicks are quite curious. The little chicks are used to having them around in the yard, picking grass and grabbing treats around them. I've made sure to put treats for the big chicks around the thing the whole time. That way they can kind of get used to each other. But this is the first time that they have ever been in the run with the big chicks. I actually had to coerce the big chicks back in because I let them out so I could set up the little temporary fencing for the little chicks. So they do have some treats laying around, and they're pretty much not even really paying too much attention to those. So far it's just been, hey, what are these chickens doing in here? But folks, there's several different ways you can introduce your chicks to the coop. This is one way here where you just put them right in. You have a divider wall so the big chicks can't get to them to peck at them and so forth and so forth. I'm going to leave them in there all week. I will still be moving them inside. They're pretty much fully feathered, so I could leave them outside if I wanted to. But we were supposed to have some rain and some storms and stuff for the next week here. So I figure I'll move them in, make sure they got shelter during the nighttime, and they're not getting too bothered. I don't want to stress them out too bad. This is already going to be stressful enough for all 8 of these ladies. Well, like I said, this is one method here. Another method you can do is you can just wait till nighttime and add them right to the roosts. I have done that in the past, and it worked out just fine. But I have always introduced them to the flock earlier. So, like, I don't know, I've got a video back a couple years ago, and I would bring them out in the run and let them kind of get used to them out there, and eventually I let them loose, and there was a little bit of pecking, but nothing really too major. But like I said, there's quite a bit of size difference right now, so that does leave room for some pecking and a little bit of picking on the little ones. But I think we're going to be fine. Yeah, I know some people have literally just said, okay, well, our chickens are 6 to 8 weeks old, and we're just going to stick them in there and they'll be fine. But in most cases, that is perfectly fine. There will be a little bit of pecking order, like I said, but in most cases, your chickens are going to be fine. There's not going to be a big deal. But I really prefer to get them to know each other. Like I said, I really like this method that I'm doing, as I started out on grass. As you know, you got to start them out in a brooder, like even during the warm summer days and stuff like that. You can have them outside and let them get some fresh air, but night times are going to get too cool for them if they're too little. But the entire time I've kept them out in the yard. I rotated them around the yard a little bit so that way they'd have fresh grass to peck at, get used to doing the scratching and pecking and stuff like that. And I would take treats and put them around the little enclosure so that way the big chickens would know they're there and get to see them and interact with them. The little ones would get used to them. As you can see right now, like, the little ones don't even care that the big ones are here. They're just pecking and checking out their new area. It's the big ones that are like, hey, you're in my coop. You're not in the yard anymore. That's one of the reasons I moved them in here, because I want them to get them used to being in here. But by taking the time to actually put the treats around the enclosure and keep them out in the yard so that way they can get used to the bigger birds. I think it's going to be a much easier transition. This is the first time that I have done this, and so far, like I said, things seem to be going pretty good with it. And hopefully here in a few days when I take that out, it continues and everything works out good. But I will probably at nighttime still like right around nighttime is when I'll let them loose so they can all go up into the run together. The little ones should follow the big ones up. I'll spend a day out here and let them loose in here and get them more used to each other throughout the day, and then finally just let them go up into the roost and go with the big chickens. So hopefully my little tiny flock of 4 becomes a flock of 8, and they all get along and give us some good eggs and a lot of entertainment throughout the yard and keep the fleas off the dogs. Because folks, that is one of the best things about having chickens. As every year I've had chickens, I have never once had fleas on my animals. I don't get ticks in my yard. It's an amazing thing. But all right, folks, that's really all I want to do, is just kind of show you that I was adding the chickens in here. I'll keep you updated on the process. Like I said, I think everything is going to be good. I know these ladies want to go back outside though, so I should probably open this up and let them back out. Here you go, ladies. You want to go back out, or you guys going to stay in here and wonder why those chicks are in there? Huh? You ladies want to come out? Come on, baby girls. Come on. Come on. There you go. There you go, babies. There we go, babies. Yeah, see, for the most part, they don't even care. Oh, you know your treats are still in there, huh? There's some treats down here on the ground. There's some treats down here on the ground. There you go. Got mealworms and shrimp. I haven't put the fishes in there yet, though. But all right, folks. This is Steve from Backyard Fed. Do me a favor. Like and subscribe to my channel. Please give me that subscribe button. It'll really help our channel grow. So if you like the things that we're doing, just let me know. And I will see you next time. God bless. And don't forget to let your backyard feed you. Bye now.